Hydroxychloroquine. Is it a miracle drug or a death pill? That question is back, and the debate is serious. One of the world's oldest and best-known medical journals has published a new study. It says hydroxychloroquine raises the risk of death. The study involves 96,000 coronavirus patients. Nearly 15,000 were given hydroxychloroquine or HCQ or a related form of chloroquine. Those who got that treatment were more likely to die, according to the study. They were also at risk of developing heart rhythm complications. Here's what the doctors behind the study are now saying.
Our principal finding was that we asked a question, is there any benefit whatsoever in using any one of these regimens in hospitalized patients with COVID-19? And the answer is a fairly conclusive no, not a shred of evidence from our analysis that that's the case. Then we asked a secondary question, and we said, if there's no evidence of benefit, is there evidence of harm? And that too was surprisingly a yes, that there is in fact a signal of potential harm with the use of these drug regimens. So that was essentially what we found.
The researchers issued a warning. HCQ should not be used outside clinical trials. Then why does the world still want to use it? Despite the reservations from the scientific community, India still uses this drug, both for treatment and as a post-exposure preventive measure. In fact, India is one of the largest makers of hydroxychloroquine. It is being exported to 55 other countries. Indian authorities have recently revised their guidelines. Use of this drug has to be preceded by an ECG, that's an electrocardiogram, a test to check heart conditions. Vulnerable groups will not be given the drug. So India is following a strict protocol for HCQ and giving all the caveats to caution users. But some leaders are still pushing for the use of this drug, maybe without any safeguards, without listening to scientific advice. Number one on that list is Donald Trump. The US president got his doctor to write him a prescription for it. He said as much during a press conference a few days back. He was using hydroxy, that's what he calls it, because he likes it. But now Trump says he is no longer consuming this drug.
You're finishing your 2-week course of hydroxychloroquine, correct?
Just finished, yeah.
Okay.
And by the way, I'm still here.
Yes,
to the best of my knowledge, here I am.
Sure enough, he is here, we hope without any side effects. Was his decision right or wrong? It's hard to say. What we can confirm, though, is that he had a doctor's prescription for it. There's another president who won't even bother with that. Brazil's Jair Bolsonaro, he doesn't care about what the doctors say. According to a report, the Brazilian president equated the use of HCQ to something quite crazy. He claimed that during the Pacific War, coconut water was used to treat soldiers in place of blood transfusions.
Started putting coconut water in his veins without scientific proof. It saved thousands of people. It could be 2 or 3 years before they say chloroquine saves.
Coconut water for blood transfusion sounds like a pretty revolutionary idea, not to mention fatal. We couldn't find a doctor or a historian who would confirm this for us, this story. But Bolsonaro's contempt for science has cost his country dear. And this image on your screen sums up Brazil's crisis: mass graves. So what should you do? Talk to your doctor. Don't pop a pill, any pill, HCQ or otherwise, because you saw it on TV or read about it on WhatsApp. Self-medication is dangerous, even if advised by presidents.